welcome back to the channel. So we've got a budget RC which we're going to be unboxing, and we're going to do a budget build. Basically everything that comes in the box I'm going to be using, and I will be using my spare WPL D12 transmitter and receiver. The idea is to keep the build as cheap as possible. So let's get to the box and see what's inside. I haven't opened this before, so if it's broken you will see it, but hopefully it won't be. Interior, dashboard and floor and seats, along with all the other bits. We got axles and bridges, motor mount and suspension, .180 motor, GSD flag, which is handy. And as you probably guessed it, yep, it's a C24-1. Everything seems to be in very good condition, nothing broken yet, so that's a bonus. Bag of screws, got 1,000 of them, and the rear bed. I think that might be an overspray, but that's alright, you can't really complain with that. Tyres and wheels, they actually feel quite good, not the very soft ones, but medium in my opinion, that's good. Another set of stickers in there. And the chassis rails. Of course. Here's a ramekin with a little magnet inside it, and here we go, all the screws in there, can't get lost. Gotta make sure there isn't too much slack in between the plastic bearing and the drive axle, otherwise it will just gonna come out and then you end up with a big wobble. Make sure you don't have to tighten those, just enough to snag it in. Being with the front one also, make sure everything lines up, spinning freely without grinding. And then just do the same thing, plenty of lube in it. One of the things you can do is remove them little plastic tabs in there. just need to angle it a little bit so it gives it a bit more steering. Just like that. Okay, that's front and rear axles completed. When you put the trusses on, make sure on the rear axle the pumpkin is on the left side of the vehicle and the opposite direction on the front, so make sure the pumpkin is on the right side, otherwise you're going to end up with a tug of war, which means the front wheel is going to be pulling forward or pushing back, and the rear one is going to be the opposite direction, so they need to be opposite sides of the vehicle. A little tip for you, I had experience with this before, splitting as you drive it along, just there. Right, to prevent that, what you do, you get a golf hitch shrink, put it over, and then just hitch shrink it, and that's it, and that will help it to stay together. Thing you can do is use some conformal coating. I got the label off just to see how much I still have left, but I put a link on the description also. That's what I have used to waterproof the board and the servo. You can see the board is waterproofed. Try not to get any of the conformal coating in the connections, otherwise you're going to have trouble. Okay, so that's pretty good stuff. All you gotta do is just smear it. It comes with a little paintbrush. It's just like doing the varnish on your nails, right? So it comes with a little brush. Just brush it on. And that's it. Show you how to assemble the shocks as well. I'm not going to mold them, I will keep them stock so you can see how it goes together. There is plenty of molds up there you can do to it to improve it. As we're keeping it simple, I'm simply just going to do stock your shock body, put your shaft through it, screwdriver through there, hold that in place, get your bottom rod end assembly thingy, screw it in place, don't go past the threaded section, yeah, just up to where the thread finishes, don't go any further, otherwise you're going to make it come out at the bottom and that will cause issues. So just like that, pop the spring in there, pop your cup on the top, and that's it. So you do your shocks, make sure you use the correct length screws. If you use the longer ones you're going to have problems because it's going to go through the shock and then that won't compress all the way. So just make sure you grab the right ones. And on the front, on the second hole from the front. They spin freely for a reason, because that will help you to give you some articulation. one goes on that top hole there. Tighten again, make sure they move quite freely. Just tweak it as you go along. You don't want it too slack, but you don't want it tight also, just enough for it to move freely. And the bottom linkages, which is those ones, I've taken off on the bottom hole. The one with the bend goes on the top, as you can see, top one, and then the straight one will go at the bottom. It's not straight, but it's straighter. Okay, let's do the other ones. Assemble the bridges in place. Got to insert that in drive axle first. This could get a bit fiddly.